Hello, Sky Tubers, and welcome back to Let's Space Final Fantasy 1 Advance with me, Blue Ankylo. I don't know if we're in space exactly, but we are flying above the clouds, so somewhere near. You can see the lovely animation in the background, much improved over the original game. I think it was just black, or blue maybe. Oh, and we can randomly encounter another mini-boss. Hopefully, don't have to worry about them too much nowadays. Because we have protection versus death, they're probably not too scary. Look at that massive hammer Rosa has. That's awesome. Figure that the white mage has the... Okay guys, okay game. Come on now. It figures that the white mage has like the massivest, hugest looking weapon. She's got some muscles under them robes. Alright, so the floating castle with spirit nagas. There is some pretty good treasure up here. Alright, well, we're certainly getting lots of levels up, so these encounters aren't all bad, but I mean, come on, that's how many? And we haven't even gotten to one room. Game's out to get me, viewers. Oh, I didn't even notice. That was an air elemental. Just like the water elementals, they are, you know, this, and the fire and earth, you know, unique enemies to the specific dungeons. And we get a razor. Well, I don't need to shave, do you? There it is. Not that great, but it casts Scourge. So that's a weapon that will cast a level 5 spell for free. Unfortunately, it's still a lame spell, so I wouldn't worry about it. Not very good for equipping. I don't know when the game designers put that in there. I don't know why they thought that'd be great after you've got a Sun Blade and a Defender and all that stuff. But who knows? Maybe if you had a ninja or a red wizard, maybe they'd think that was good. Okay. Too many fights. Let's get out of here. Actually, I have no idea what spell works on these guys. So, from the center that we started at, there is 4 directions, up, down, left, and right. Upwards is the correct direction to go to get off of this floor, but we might as well try to get the treasure if we can. Valiantly running away. Can rename our heroes to the warriors of bravely running away. Because at this point, there's just too many random encounters for me. Manticores. Oh, we haven't fought these yet, have we? Okay, these ones live up to their sprite a little bit better. That's what I like. Remember when we fought the Sphinx for the first time, and I thought, hey, that doesn't really look like a Sphinx. Well, it looks like a Manticore, and look at them. That's Manticore. I think the poison darts could work on Vivi, but that's the only person's. No, Sissel. Sissel could be hit by them too, so... We still got a couple people who can be poisoned. Not that it's all that bad. And you can see Sabin's hit points are slowly creeping up to catch up with Rosa, finally. That's exciting. Although Cecil is quickly approaching the max. It is a one step. Cecil is approaching 999 very quickly. The potion, some more money. Come on, give me one good thing. Nothing. Ugh, why did I bother? Well, I'll show it for the viewers at least. You guys can see my pain trying to find the treasure for you. I did mention a while back that the elemental bosses in this game have a lot more hit points than the original. The way it worked in the NES version was the Lich had 400, Carrie or Merilith had 600, the Kraken had 800, and the next boss had 1000. Whereas in this version, quite a lot more. You know, one of these days I should actually have Rosa use her Thor's hammer. It is a very good weapon, and in the original game I relied on it quite a lot. As soon as the white mage had that, she could use it in battle, and it was good. So let's see. You just press up to get to your equipped items, and you can use whatever you've got equipped. So at this point, you know, I've got 300 MP left on Vivi, give or take. If I'd been, you know, real frugal, I could have just been using items all the way along, and, you know, he'd still be at nearly max, but, don't want to be too cheap. The game's easy enough as it is. And for healing as well, Rosa could just be using the healing staff or whatever. Free protect ring, that's not too bad. Lots of money. Another healing helm. Once you've got 4 of those free healing type items, you could have the entire party constantly healing for free, which is kind of cool. In the NES version, it wasn't a bad strategy for your fighters to each carry a spare healing staff, or if they have the healing helm equipped, that's good too. But it lets you, especially in the last dungeon, which is pretty long and grueling on your healing, like you run out of magic charges, you run out of potions and everything. So having those items to give you some free healing was actually a pretty good strategy, actually, I would say. You know, it depends on what level you're at, but if you're doing a low level, try to challenge to get through the last level, you probably had to rely on those healing items a little bit more. In this game, well, because of the way magic works, you should have more than enough MP for your white mage to heal you all the way through. Unless you didn't bring a white mage, and in that case, well, good luck to you. Hope you brought lots of high potions, another item that didn't exist in the original game. Yeah, in the original game, you could carry 99, I think they were called tonics or something like that, the light healing. And they healed 30 or so, and you could carry 99, and that was it, plus whatever magic you had. So, you know, challenging. Alright, let's get out of here. Come on, guys. Run for it. You don't want to stick around, no manticores. Cottage, well, that's always handy, and a mithril helm, fairly useless. This was the point in the NES version you also generally were so full you could not carry anymore. So every treasure chest you got to, you had to either throw something away, or just skip it because you wouldn't have enough room. So that was part of the original game's challenge too, is you couldn't just carry around, you know, truckloads of stuff. Some money. This floor, I forgot to mention, has 6 directions. 3 on each side, basically. Pretty easy to navigate. It's not mazy at all. So far, the floating castle is not a maze. There's one floor, the next one. Well, okay, there's 2 floors that are slightly mazy, and you will see shortly. But overall, I would say the difficulty of the Mirage Tower and the floating fortress is just its length. It's fairly long. It's kind of preparing you for the next one, that you're going to have to go for a longer time in the dungeon if you want to explore everything. If you're in a rush, well, a lot of these you can, like the last floor, if you just went straight up, you'd skip it, and in this floor you go straight down and you'll finish it. So, what I used to have to do in the NES version... Hey, wait a second, what's this? Some purple crystal? You obtain Adamantite. Wow, what the heck's that for? Adamantite? That sounds cool. Going to turn into Wolverine or something? If you remember where it's for, good for you. We'll go there eventually. Chimera? Well, that's interesting. No, what was I saying? If on this floor, if you were in a rush, you could just head straight down from the entrance, and you would finish it. But then you wouldn't get your Adamantite, and that's no fun. I definitely recommend going to that treasure chest, or that treasure room anyway. If you're really having a hard time in this level, for some reason, or you can't kill the boss or something, you could teleport out, go turn that in and come back, or, you know, rest up, and because of the way the level works, there's a lot of floors that you can go through a lot quicker the second time. Aw, come on, guys. Nobody managed to run away. So anyway, if you came back the second time and you didn't have to explore all the floors as much, it would be a lot easier. It's kind of like, in the volcano, it was kind of like that, where there was a lot of shortcuts after you were done the main exploring part. So, you know, that's kind of cool. Something to keep in mind. We won't be doing that. In the NES version, it's probably a little bit more important. Just because of the way magic charges work and everything, you actually run out of healing and spells and stuff. So, in this one, well, we can cast Farragut an awful lot before we run out. And good. What's in here? A black robe? A white robe? What is this? The same defense as the ruby armlet, but you can use it to cast a spell, and I think it has some elemental protection. I'm not going to give it to Rosa though, because she's got a ribbon. And Invisera, whatever, I'm not too worried about it. But it was better than the ruby armlet anyway, so that's okay. I suppose I could have reallocated the diamond armlet to Sabin, and then given Rosa the white robe. That's what it's called. But I'm not too worried. In being able to cast Invisera for free, I'm not terribly worried about. Strictly speaking, you can just by having it in the inventory anyway, so it's not that big a deal. Alright, we're almost done this floor. Diamond shield again, and another ribbon. That's what we really wanted. So I'm going to give that to Vivi. So now we've got 3 ribbons, which is all you can get in the first game. Although there is a way to get another ribbon for this one. And what else did I get? I got a diamond shield. Wow, we got an Aegis shield already. Who needs diamonds? We'll just use them to decorate our treasure vault. We're definitely loading up on cashola at this point. And not a lot of money, not a lot of stuff to spend it on, so. Alright, come on game, I want to finish this episode in a timely manner. The last treasure room for this floor. I believe, again, air elementals, when they are part of the fight, you can't run away, so I generally try to kill them. Pretty much anything that has elemental in the name, you're not supposed to be able to run from it. Diamond gloves, well, not terribly useful, but hey, might as well pick them up. Vivi's doing awful good with that dagger. Can't complain. Alright, almost finished. It's just a couple little floors to go. Teleport. Ah, there's a robot. From this observation window, you can look out on the entire world. Well, that's better than the windows we have nowadays. The observation window looks out upon the world. The 4 forces of fire, earth, water, and wind appear as a mist converging on a single point. A point at the center of the 4 altars. This must be the location of the Chaos Shrine. I don't think it was this explicit in the NES version. In fact, I know it was not nearly this explicit. Essentially, once you finish this dungeon in the NES one, you had to explore around a little bit to figure out where you were supposed to go. This is, well, it's making it look very obvious. So anyway, we'll have to return to the Chaos Shrine, obviously. A vampire lord! He's the lord of vampires. Oh. Pish. And you thought he was going to be tough. You thought he was going to be tough, didn't you? No, it's just these ambushing manticores that are getting to be a pain. Let's see, this floor, not a big maze either, really, but there's a couple treasure rooms that we might as well go to. This one's not so geometrically nice, though. The last couple have been very symmetrical, let's say. This one, not so much. The next one's pretty symmetrical, though, you'll see. And the one after that, to be true. The Sky people must have loved symmetry. They're probably very mathy. Math-centered organization. Heck, they built a floating castle. They must know math. Engineering, that sort of thing. So, some money. Ah, the Protect Cloak. Now, that's an interesting item. That's the first shield we've been able to equip for the mages. So, hey, look at that. There is actually... Well, you know... Because she's already got 43, I might as well give it to him. Yeah, that evens it out a little bit better. In the Earth bonus dungeon, Earth Gift Shrine, or whatever it was called. You know, the one we died horribly on at the bosses. There is a rare treasure chest you might find that drops. Now, it's not the same as that cloak we just picked up, but it's a shield that's equipable by the mages. So, if you really wanted to put some armor in that slot earlier on, you could go mess around in that bonus dungeon until you got 1 or 2. It's probably a good idea. It's kind of like getting the Kempogi. It's a nice little buff, a nice little boost, but certainly not needed to finish the game. Just a little bit more defense for your mages. I think there's another room up here. The exit is left and then down, so... Oh yeah, Chimeras. They've got a magic attack. Hey, look at that. The fact that everyone took the same damage is telling me that we're all protected from fire. So that's good. If someone was missing elemental protection, they should have taken like 60 or something. So, I like it when that happens. More protect rings. The game is kind of giving you that hint that those are really good and you should have some. Now I think... oh, those are a little bit tougher. The soldiers, they're calling them here. You know what? I'll use one of these just in case. Yeah, in the NES version, and I don't know so much about now, but they have a lot of hit points and a lot of attack power, so you have to be a little bit careful with those soldiers. Yeah, pretty good defense, but not enough for us. Alright, good enough. I think... Arg! Ambushed. Can't even finish my thought. I think to the south it's just a dead end, but it's also possible there's a little bit of something to interact with, perhaps. So we're gonna check. Yeah, more levels up. It's always nice. Oh, maybe there is a treasure room. Who knows? I haven't been south for a long time, so this is new to me, sorta. I'm pretty sure I just skipped this direction when I play by myself. Alright, Chimera. Now leave us alone, please. Oh. Analyzing Tiamat. No known weaknesses. Yeah, so I think, yeah, there's a bunch of those little circuitry board things. There's probably more if you go south, but I'm pretty sure they just say that, and that's all you get. And because I want to get out of here, let's just go. I seem to remember those things having a lot of magic defense, so that should deal with it. Yeah. Although Vivi is definitely running low on MP at this point. I blame the never-ending random encounters. I forget, if you press L and R at the same time, that's the everyone run button. I keep forgetting that I could do that. So, one last room. Ooh, a stone golem. We haven't met those yet. If they're weak against anything, it might be fire, but I don't know. It doesn't look like it. Waste of magic. That's me. The MP Waster. And what do we get? Gold needles, some money, and Sasuke's Blade, I assume. I don't know how to pronounce it. This was the best, well, essentially the best weapon a ninja could get. And I don't think anyone else can use it other than a ninja. Yeah, makes sense. So, yeah, that's where you go to get the best ninja weapon in the game, basically. Fire hydras. Have we fought these yet? I don't know. Oh, this is a good chance to show you the black robe. Free ice 2! Hey, 300 damage. Can't complain about that. Alright. So, the maze floor. Every direction seems to just repeat the same design, or whatever you want to call it. So you could continue to walk in the same direction and it would just wrap around over and over again and you'd just end up where you started. I can't remember the exact dimensions of it. It's probably like 4x4 or something like that. I could be wrong. Don't quote me. Please don't quote me. The way I always get through it is I go 2 to the right and then 2 up. And I'm pretty sure anything 2 up, 2 right would work, 2 left, 2 down would work, 2 down, 2 left would work. As long as you're going an even number of directions, right and up or left and down, I believe. I believe that gets you through it anyway. I haven't really explored it much. So anyway, like I said, please don't quote me. I could be wrong, but all I ever do is go right, up, up, and that finishes it up for me. On this floor, there's a lot of those, what are they called, sorcerers or something? The old dudes that could paralyze everyone and kill everyone. So you might want to have to watch for them a little bit. Well, that was kind of pointless. I don't know why I cast fire. What am I doing, viewers? Alright, we're almost done. Sabin is oh so close to catching up with Rosa. With hit points, that is, specifically. He's certainly got the attack power game, though. And there. It looks like the first one, but it teleports you to the next floor. Now, for no reason at all, I'm going to save it right now and heal everyone. No reason. If you're journeying on this floor and just walking around randomly, watch yourself. That's all I'll say for now. Those familiar with the game definitely know what I'm talking about. Okay, no problems. No problems here. There's a monster on this floor that has a habit of showing up when you don't want him to show up. So, I don't recommend walking around with low hit points, basically. I might have a bonus episode later on after I finish the game where I travel around and try to show you some of the rare monsters, because there's a few. Ah, look. Oh, the last step. Okay, no problem. I was just about sure that the last step we took was going to have the fight, but we're okay. Now these things seem stronger than I remember. That's a lot of defense. Hopefully fire does something. I'm going to have to use some ether on Vivi, I think. Just not enough MP left. Well, that does it. Alright, so yeah, I brought a few. I don't know how much I'll need for sure, but 200 should be lots. And I will save it again, because we have found the Crystal of Wind and its guardian, Tiamat. The Lich, Merilith, the Kraken. You have defeated 3 fiends and reached my lofty perch. Uh-oh, this one means business. Oh man, 6-headed dragon. More the better. May the image of Tiamat, the Fiend of Wind, be the last to burn in your eyes. Okay, we're sorry. No, we're not. 6-headed dragon, you're going down. And, oh, there's gauntlets. Nope, that's not what I wanted. The other, oh man, I should have sorted my inventory. This is all messed up. Where's my Giant's Glove? That's it. Actually, okay, to be smart, you want to get some elemental protection on for this fight. So, he was casting Null Shock, she'll go Null Frost, and then my mage will get us hasted. Essentially, I believe this guy has quite a few group targeting elemental attacks. And unless I'm totally crazy, Null Shock should stack above our already pretty high elemental defense. And same with all these ones, so you know, that should be good. And then this guy needs his giants, so I'm breaking my rule a little bit there. So we're missing Null Blaze. And who needs haste? Hopefully I didn't go backwards. I can't remember which one I did already. Alright, the attack isn't that bad. If I just hasted Sabin twice, I apologize. I wasn't paying attention. 24 hits though, that sounds pretty good. Alright, now we could use the Protect and Invisora, that would be nice, but I want to get Vivi a little bit more hit points first, so... what will we do? You know, I haven't seen this work, but there is a chance that an instant death attack will kill the boss in one hit. Yeah, there we go. He's got some pretty powerful magic, given all of the protection we have right now. Ah, it didn't work. Yeah, this boss is actually weak against Poison Elemental, I believe. So let's get Protect. I decided after looking at the last video that I don't like what happens when you cast Invisora. It makes the recording look kind of silly, so we're not going to use that one. Protect will have to do. Sabin's going to be the one killing this boss by the looks of things. Let's see how Flare does. Not bad. Hey, it worked. So, another fiend down. Some experience. Well, excellent. We have restored all 4 crystals now. That should be good. Does that mean everything's happy again? Well, and we looked down, something weird was going on. Even though we've saved all the 4 elements of the earth, there's still a problem. Oh yeah, gotta do our dance. We're dancing. Alright. Ah yes, and of course, the last bonus dungeon. Oh, that's serious. Ah, alright then. So, we can now go to any bonus dungeon or the final dungeon. Which one will I choose? I'm not sure yet, but you'll find out next episode, that's for sure. So, I hope you've enjoyed. We've pretty much played through the majority of the main, like the standard game. All that's left is to either finish it off or do some bonus dungeons. So, hope you've enjoyed again, and stay tuned, and I'll see you back in the next episode. Have a great day.